Thanks for doing this video. You have somewhat of a story when it comes to child support and the justice system being locked up. This is a story that everybody needs to know. These young men, especially out here, because black men are getting locked up every day, whether it be just or unjust. Tell us how it's all started, because I know I met you back when we were kids.
Young whips we were, yes, for sure, definitely. I mean, but so much has happened since then, it's crazy. I could tell a little bit about both sides, child support and the justice system. Just a little history. I was a really good athlete in high school, if anybody can remember. I guess I could say I was one of them spoiled kids that just went the wrong direction. I mean, I'm grown now, shit. So it don't really faze me. At first, I used to be embarrassed about it, but now I ain't. You know what I mean? I don't really care because I know there's other kids out there like that. You know, got in a lot of trouble. Did a lot of crazy things. I just took everything that I learned from all the craziness I was doing and applied it to something like this, man, a hustle, man, and you know, it panned out for me. So I don't really have no excuses for these little kids or these young guys out here talking about they can't do this, can't do that, or grown men for that matter that tell me they can't, or they fresh out of prison. See, what it is, you just gotta have a plan. Because when I caught my cases, I didn't really have no direction, no plan. I was just out here like, fuck it, selling drugs. I'm over here doing this, that, and the fourth, shootouts, fights. I'm here, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing but craziness. And I honestly feel like Gucci Mane. I can relate to his rehabilitation, because it's like, man, jail has its way of humbling you. And that's what it did to me, it humbled me. Man, I was like, yo, I was tripping. My first case, 2002. I went to jail for felonious assault in CCW. I was a junior in high school. This is what made me drop out. I was going to North Farmington after I caught the case. You know, they gave me a little HIDA program. I was like, okay, cool, so it won't be on my record. This was Oakland County. Did a little boot camp, got out, wasn't nothing. I was living in Avondale with my dad. This was my second chance. I thought it was, but Avondale, them some fucking pricks out there, so they didn't really want to see me win. Because I came out there, I'm a beast on the football field. They ain't never seen no shit like it. Some of the coaches was receptive to me. Like the head coach was cool. Put me in the newspaper and all that kind of craziness. The principal was black, and the principal was like, nah, he really ain't ready to do nothing. He ain't about that life. I mean, my grades was good. I was doing all right, but he was hoeing me. So, you know, I said, fuck it. That's when I dropped out and was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go get my GED. They ain't gonna let me play no ball. So I went and got my GED on him. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
So his negative energy toward you led you to drop out, you're saying?
Basically, the principal at Avondale, not the coach, but the principal. Yeah, his whole little shit. I was like, man, you know, and I told my dad, I said, nigga, if I can't play no ball, fuck this shit. He was like, all right, you know what I mean? Well, my dad wasn't like, all right. He was like, nigga, if you gonna do that, nigga, you can't stay here. So I got the fuck on. I had my own car and shit. I wasn't tripping. Then I got a girl pregnant when I got a crib in Novi, Portsmouth Apartments. I don't know if anybody know about them. But I had, you remember that? You don't remember that, do you? Then I started, you know, because that was all the way out in Novi. So at the time, then she had a miscarriage. So when she had the miscarriage, I was like, shit, I'm back to the hood, nigga. Fuck this shit. I don't know why. Paying this high ass rent, nigga. I'm straight, nigga. I'm back in the hood, nigga. I started staying with an old boy on Finkel. We ain't gonna say no names.
Okay.
But started staying with my homie on Finkel. Then I got my own crib on 6 Mile in Cheyenne. I got a house. Caught another case in 2007. Just a regular pistol charge. Some little girl. My little hood rat. My hood rat. Sorry for calling her that, but that's what she is. My hood rat. She brought some little girls around. They was a prime. They wanted to get drunk. They wanted some liquor. Me, I'm getting money. I didn't care. I said, well, come on. I'll take y'all to the stove. Get y'all a bottle. Y'all can do y'all thing. We was into like a Magnum or a Charger or something like that. One of them hot ass cars.
Certified hood whip.
Yeah, you know what I mean? One of them hot ass cars. As soon as the police see it, they want to pull you over and shit. And that's what happened. They pulled us over and, you know, I'm like, you know, they was like, is there any guns, any weed in the car? Da, da, da. In my head, I'm like, nah, you know, I ain't say shit. I was in the back seat. I ain't say nothing. But they just came, they walked up and snatched us out the car right off the bell, straight up, right off the bell. And you know, as he was searching me, he was like, any guns, any da-da-da in the car? I said, I got my thing on me right now, before he could even do nothing. He grabbed it, put me in the thing, took me to jail. I ain't gonna lie, I got a meatball for that too though, we just gonna keep it real. I got a meatball for that. This is my second time. I got a meatball for that. They gave me like a year and a half, or a year and some boot camp. I'm like, bet, cool. They gave me a year and boot camp, so I kept catching breaks.
So why keep testing the waters?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, at that time, I still haven't learned my lesson. I still was a knucklehead. I still was on the bullshit. Cause I'm like, dawg, they keep giving me these meatballs.
You thought you was just gonna keep catching breaks.
Yeah, I was like, man, shit, I mean, you know, I'm a petty criminal, nigga. I mean, in my head, I ain't working with no bricks and no shit like that, so, fuck, nigga. I'm keep getting these slaps on the wrist. We good. That was fucked up, my mentality though. That was my mentality. I was so young, that was my mentality. I was tripping. I'm gonna tell you what got me to really kind of get my shit in gear. I do that little bit, I get out, I'm on parole. I say, look, I'm not going back to jail. I'm gonna walk this parole down and I'm getting out of this bitch, right? That's all I had in my head. I go to jail again because I get into some gangster shit. And this hoe ass nigga go tell on me. He shot himself in the leg. What it was is the nigga had a pistol in his pocket. I knew that. But in my mind, it's like, you ain't gonna get a chance to get to it. I'm finna lay your ass out. Young mentality, dog. He had his, you know, he had his hand in his pocket before he could get it. Yaka! Drop that nigga. And I'm going ham on him. When the nigga jumped up, I had my homeboy with me. Nigga jumped up, or when I hit him, that's when he had his hand in his pocket like this. He had his hand in his pocket with his hand on his gun. When I fired on him, he shot himself in the leg. Dog, it was the funniest shit in the world, dog. He shot himself in the leg. You know, and I'm on his head. I'm on his stomach, you know what I mean? But he jumped up and shot my homeboy and, you know, started shooting at me or whatever. I ran, got the fuck on.
Wow, sounds like a full action-packed film.
Nah, it was just, you know, it was crazy. I went to jail. My nigga told me, like, but the only reason why I really went to jail is because I wouldn't write a statement. He was like, yeah, so, you know, write this statement, put whoever name in there you need to put in there, and I'll let you go right now. I was like, man, I ain't writing no statement, especially without a lawyer. I ain't writing shit. He was like, you know you on parole, right? I was like, yeah, I know I'm on parole, nigga. He was like, write this statement or I'm gonna call your probation or parole officer. I said, well, I mean, I didn't do nothing. I got in a fight. You gonna send me back to prison for that? Cool, I don't care. I'm not, what the fuck, because the jails are so packed. Nigga, they not finna fucking keep me for no shit like that. They gonna give me a slap on the wrist and tell me to get the fuck on. So, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. You know, what they say, snitches get stitches. And that was the mentality. Sure enough, they sent me back to prison like a motherfucker. And it wasn't for nothing, because the nigga came and testified and said I did everything they said I did anyway. But the judge was like, yo, that nigga lying. He was like, the nigga lying, he full of shit. But they still sent me to jail. And I went and did 2 years for nothing. So while I'm in jail, the OGs was like, nigga, you ain't about to sit in here and just eat ramen noodles and potato chips all fucking day. They made me work out. They made me get my mind right, all that shit. And then, you know, it was this then, man, sitting there in my bunk like, yo, fuck this shit. I ain't gonna keep doing this. Something gotta change. It was just a conversation I had with myself, like, nigga, you know, where you wanna be, what you want out of life. Is this what you want? You wanna keep doing this whole ass shit? You ain't one of these niggas. I used to sit in the fucking cell with these niggas and be looking at them like, man, these fucking peons, dog. Like, what am I doing here with these niggas? These niggas is fucking lame as shit. I'm over here like, what am I doing with them? And that's all it was, man. Just had to have a conversation with myself and just be like, man, well, what am I gonna do? So my plan was, okay, well, when I get out, I might be on papers again, walk that shit down. Or, I take that back, my plan was to get out of Michigan. I'm saying, I'm getting the fuck out of Michigan. I don't care where I'm going. I wanna go to Texas. I got a sister in Texas. She'll hold me down. Let me get my shit together, then I come back. Ended up me going to Atlanta. I had a homegirl down there. She was just like, yo, Chris, come fuck with me and you be okay. Went to Atlanta for about 4 years. Became a barber. And the rest is history after that, you know what I'm saying?
What's the longest time that you were locked up?
Like in a row, like all the way, 2.5, 2 years.
What you were just explaining.
The parole violation, I'm still an A prefix. That's what's crazy. I still only have one A prefix.
Now, what age was this?
When I went to prison for the violation?
Yeah, for the 2 years.
Say 22, 23.
Okay, so we were fairly young at the time.
Hell yeah.
So when you got the sentence, when they told you how long you were going to do, how did you feel on the inside?
When I did the sentence, when I did the 2 years, I thought I was just going on a little violation and I was going to be going home after like 3 months, maybe 6 months. But then a year passed by, then 18 months passed by, and I ain't go nowhere. And I was just on a violation. But one of my big homies was like, yo, you here on a violation? I'm like, yeah. He took a look at my paperwork and was like, well, nigga, you need to be out of here. First of all, I'm in 11-2 prison. Ain't number of lifers in there. All lifers. It was, man, listen. Everybody in that bitch, dog. Christmas was terrible, dog. In that bitch, seeing all these grown-ass men crying and shit. I'm in that bitch like, dog, what the fuck am I doing here? Niggas will stab you in a heartbeat, dog. They don't care. They gonna go do a couple months in the and they gonna get out in the solitary confinement. They gonna do a couple months there. They gonna get back out, stab another nigga if he talking shit. Man, that's why I understand that Gucci Man shit. I can understand that, dog. Like, that shit is real. And he was in maximum security. So that's what I was expecting to get out. I didn't know that I was going to do 2 years. I thought I was getting out any day. I was like, shit, man. They should be calling me when every time the parole came to the city. I'm like, shit, they should be calling me. I'm like, I don't know why the fuck they not, nigga. I'm like, nigga, I didn't do nothing. I ain't got no new charge, none of that. You know. But I just knew when I was there, I was like, yo, this shit right here for the birds. We ain't gonna keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? For real, I'm a player. I can't, I'm supposed to be out here winning, dog. I'm sorry, dog. I'm late. I couldn't do this whole ass shit no more, dog. So, I was just had to change the mentality, dog. I was in there reading books. I ain't never read a book from cover to cover on my own. So I went to prison.
I mean, I would imagine that would be a productive thing to do, seeing that you have nothing but time.
Exactly.
So.
You got jokes?
Not at all.
I'm just messing with you.
What would you have to say to all the young people, young males that will be watching, or even, whatever age that might be on this path?
Man, these young men that's on this path, and I ain't even gonna say I'm the worst of the worst, or I could be even considered a part of these little niggas, because I'm like, man, these little niggas wild now. Like, they have no respect, no code, no regard. I used to follow certain codes, have a level of respect for certain people and certain things. These little niggas ain't got no regard, dog. What I would tell them, personally, first let me tell you this. There's consequences to everything you do. So you gonna be out here fooling, shooting, killing, robbing, whatever you doing. Just niggas, be prepared to do that time, my man. They not playing with you little niggas out here. They not. As a matter of fact, I ain't even gonna say you little niggas. They not playing with African Americans, period. I just seen a woman that was well educated go to jail for nothing. Just because the judge got a gown on it, he could do it. He sent it to jail.
You said that gown make them feel like they got superpowers.
You already know how it is, man. You already know how it is. This shit crazy out here. Half these motherfuckers was losers in high school. Half of them. I ain't gonna say all of them, but these niggas was fucking losers. These cops. These niggas used to get punked in school.
Now they got
a badge, and a gun. And they wish a nigga would. They from the wish a nigga woods now. They tripping. So, my whole thing is with telling the young guys, man, it's just like, man, think before you do something, man. Think. It ain't wrong. It ain't nothing wrong with saying, hey, I ain't about that life. I'm good on that. It ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Because you going to be like, oh, fuck that. I'm about that life. He got me messed up. And you going to ruin yours. Real, man. I got a little homie that was just killed 2 days ago. I got to go to his candlelight tonight.
Oh, my condolences.
And he's 19 years old. That shit crazy, man. For the little niggas, man, like I said, man, it's consequences to everything you do. And to these niggas, to these grown men out here getting out of jail and stuff, and they just trying to figure it out, man. Let me tell you something. This is probably some of the realest stuff. Don't be looking to get no job. Or matter of fact, be looking for a job. But me personally, I'd rather invest that time that I'm looking for a job into creating my own job. Like before I thought about being a barber, I thought about being an electrician. I was like, shoot, I know how to hook up light fixtures. It ain't nothing but positive and negative. I can do these plugs. I can do ceiling fans. It ain't nothing but positive and negative. And turning off the source of the current. It ain't nothing but doing that. I can do that. Install plugs and everything else I learned along the way. You know, that's what I said I was gonna do. I was like, shoot, bumping. But then, you know, I became a barber. I ain't gonna lie, I went to Focus Hope, HVAC and all of that. Mechanical engineering. I tried a little bit of everything, man. But now I'm here, man. So it's just like, you know, like I said, I just had to have that conversation with myself. I didn't know I was gonna get good at cutting hair like this. I didn't know I was gonna get good. Fucked around, got good.
Know how to finesse that scalp, huh?
Yeah, I messed around, got good. Once I got good, it was like, oh, okay, shoot. So now it's time to get money. Now it's trying to, you know, apply my grind. So my only thing with people, cats coming out, man, you know, yeah, because you're going to have 100 doors slammed in your face before one door open. You're gonna get out here being a convict, and you're going to think you going to get a bullshit job to pay you a minimum wage, and then you got to live check to check. Fuck that. When you could just go to school, take a year or two out your life, out your time. You done gave it to the state. You might as well give it back to yourself. Take a year or two out your time, out your life, man, and go find you something, do you something that's gonna benefit you for the rest of your life. Therefore, you ain't gotta work for nobody. At the end of the day, nothing but your hustle, and it all depend on you. For real. I would tell that to my son when he graduate high school. Look, nigga, if you ain't got no plan with this whole college thing, fuck that. Go get you a trade or go get you a business. Learn you a business, man, and work for yourself. Because that's what you're going to end up doing anyway. You're going to go to college. What you going to do? Stack up 50 grand in the bank off student loans? You going to owe that back, nigga. There's a lot of niggas out here, like, there's a lot of females out here still rich as hell, or still, they all got money because they was getting student loans every motherfucking semester in college. And they graduated, now they balling. I ain't mad at them, do your thing. It's like, feel like, man, fuck that. Why do that? Go get you an apprenticeship or something. Go get you a motherfucking license to be a plumber. That's what I feel like. Wait, we gotta go back, Raquel. Listen. When I had my first child, because I told you I moved to Atlanta, right? That's when I had my first. So I thought, but we'll get to that in another part.
Make sure you choose Rocky Road Productions LLC Porch Talk to feed your entertainment needs. And you can do that by following us on Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you like this video and share it with all your family and friends. Tag somebody in it, why don't you? And don't forget to comment down below and let us know how you feel. And before you leave, make sure you subscribe. That's right. You'll catch us every week. Looking forward to see you again next time. Bye.